back on the road again. This time I was at a customer meeting this morning, and then met with a coworker. Well, he joined me on the customer meeting, and then we met together for a couple hours, work on some stuff together. So saddle time. But I had an experience Tuesday morning that I wanted to share regarding an experience I had with good customer service. And it kind of sparked a memory of previous incidents at this same place that I've had nothing but awesome experiences. So I always go on a rant, or tend to go on a rant, about customer service is so poor that when we get decent customer service, we're like, wow, those people are great. The baseline is so low. Like people who wait on you in stores don't greet you, they don't thank you, they don't ask you, anything of value. Yeah, you might go into like a cell phone shop or like a store where they're legit asking you if you need help because they want to sell you something, right? But people who are just genuine, who really care, those are the people that are hard to come by. So the experience I want to share actually took place at a convenience store. And it's a place in Hackettstown, New Jersey called, I think it's called Family Food Mart. It's been in town forever. And I had swung in there. Well, I should say, let me back up. I used to kind of pass through there fairly regularly over the course of the past few years. It's probably been about a year or two since I'd been in there. And I mentioned in other videos, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee, but I will have an energy drink or whatever. So I typically would swing in there, and energy drink category now is just huge. Like it's usually like two full like doors in the cooler, where I feel like back in the 90s and 2000s, that those same sections would have been like all different iced teas. Like Snapple used to take a whole thing. Now Snapple has like two flavors. Anyway, digressing there. So when I drink energy drinks, I have my go-tos, but I also, when I'm in the convenience store, that's where you tend to get most of the variety and more apt to try something new, try a different flavor, whatever. So I would go into that convenience store like once a month as I was passing through, and there's a gentleman who works behind the counter. The reason why I remember him is he has very long hair. That's actually not the reason why I remember him. The experience is the reason why I remember him. And whenever I would go to the counter, he would say, good choice. Like, I've tried that one. If you really like that flavor, this brand of energy drink is, he'll mention another brand and say, coming out with a flavor called XYZ, which is supposed to be like this, but a little, like just really, and he's like, I got a chance to try a sample of it. Really? Oh yeah, you'll have to, next time you're in here, you have to look for that. Just like really into like the beverages that they sell. And just like really excited to tell me, like, oh yeah, good choice, or ooh, that's an interesting one. I like that one too, or ooh, he'll even be open to say, oh, I didn't like that one as much, but I did like this other one over here. And little does he know, he's actually selling me. I don't think that's his intention, but he's just like so into it. And then he mentioned to me, one day I was buying Arizona iced tea, like the tall metal cans. I like the Arizona like Zero or whatever it is, and it's hard to find those cans these days. And I think I bought, like, they're like 99 cents, and I think I bought 4 of them. And I went to the counter, and he said, these are hard to find, right? And I said, yeah. I said, but you have them. And he explained to me, he goes, yeah. He goes, the non-chain style stores, you can specifically ask for them, where the chains, like, they're kind of dialed into like what they distribute. So he said to me, he's like, if you want to come through here, if you're you're coming through here regularly, I'll make sure to up the order so they're in stock for you. Just like really, really cool, like just really awesome. So then I remember just walking out there like, yeah, I want to go back to that store because guy is just like really into beverages. So I, whatever, time went on and I hadn't gone in there in a while. Well, I just went there again this week for the first time, like in about a year or so. And I walked in, I was like, he was behind the counter. I was like, that's that guy. And I kid you not, so I pick out whatever flavor energy drinks. I'm trying to remember what I got. I typically will drink like Monsters and whatnot, or like a C4. Oh yeah, I remember now. I got a C4, and I try to get like other things like Rain or like something different. But I got a C4 and it was a totally different flavor, and it was branded like WWE or something like that. I'm like, okay, it's a gimmick. Whatever, I'm in. It's something different. I put it on the counter, and he like barely even looked at it and knew the name of the flavor, and he goes, oh, this is the blah 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 ice. I can't remember the flavor. And he's like, this one is, if you like this, they're coming out with one that's called blah 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 ice. He's like, without skipping a beat, like he's like when you come in, he's like, look for that one next time. He's like, it's supposed to be really, really popular. And I know this doesn't probably make a ton of sense, but this guy, I'm at a convenience store where people don't even normally say hello to you, look at you, and this guy is making beverage recommendations based on what I brought to the counter, like as an expert. And he's doing it very friendly, and he's doing it genuinely and very enthusiastic. And it's infectious because it makes me want to go back and buy more. And I used to think that, like when I'd walk out of there, I'm like, and then the next time I go in there, and like I said, I bought the Arizona iced teas and all that stuff. I was finding myself walking out with more and more stuff because I liked interacting with this guy. Like it's just super cool. And anyway, I just think in a world that we live in, especially when it comes to a convenience store, people rather, ignore you and rip you off, or over. Convenience store prices are not cheap because you're paying for the convenience. But when you get something of value with it, whether it's a friendly hello or someone who's just really enthusiastic about your purchase, or knowledgeable of your purchase, like, he explained the distribution of the Arizona to me. He was telling me about flavors that are coming out that don't exist yet. And sure enough, next time I go in, they're there on the shelf. And it's just super rare, unfortunately, that you get that level of customer service. And I feel like so many companies, and I've worked for them, say, oh yeah, we provide world-class customer service. But then you ask those same people to define what that means. And it's like, oh, we follow up to every customer. We go above and beyond. Okay, everyone says that. What does that really mean? Well, in my experience, this guy, this gentleman at this store, that was going above and beyond. That's world-class customer service. Not being prompted to provide it. Just doing it because he is so passionate about what he does. And yeah, you can laugh and joke and be like, this guy is working at a convenience store. Guess what? I've been going in there for years. Same guy. And he's still excited about talking to me, talking to customers. And to me, it doesn't care what you do for a living, as long as you're passionate about it and feel good about it. I think 99.999% of people working in those jobs hate it or are miserable. This guy's into it. So God bless him. And when I'm in town, that's where I'm going. And this is a local independent store that's been there forever, but there's now in town, well, it's been for a while, Quick Checks, Wawas, all these other stores. But you know where I'm going. Gosh, at the let's put it this way, at Quick Check and Wawa, You don't even get a person. It's self-checkout. So there you go. Now, I get it. Self-checkout. You can get a lot of times in and out faster. And if you don't want to talk to somebody because whatever, it's early in the morning, you're tired or whatever, that's fine. But if you're looking for an experience, which, you know, most people really aren't looking for an experience when they're buying their cup of coffee and newspaper in the morning. That's still a thing. But if you're open to it, that's the way to go. Anyway, that is my customer service experience, my personal experience. And I just hope that the people that work for me in sales and customer service can provide that level of experience to their customers and to our company's customers. So that's my little story. Sticking to it as I'm slowing to a halt in traffic and there's an accident. Hopefully everyone's okay. So thanks for watching. And if you are into some of these customer service or, well, I'm looking over there. There is a trailer to the back of a vehicle that is completely upside down on the road, but the vehicle's not there. That's weird. I digress. If you are into other stories of whether it's business, interviewing, it's just things that I've experienced, check out the channel, like, subscribe. Starting to get some requests for that kind of stuff outside of the stuff that we normally do. We're becoming a variety channel, and I appreciate all of you. See you next time, and thanks for watching.